You wake up. Nothing is wrong. The bills are paid. The body is healthy. Life is fine. But inside, there is nothing. You eat, but food doesn't satisfy. You meet friends, but conversations feel hollow. You scroll through your phone, looking for something, anything, that sparks a feeling. Nothing does. Even the things that once lit you up, your hobbies, your passions, your dreams, now feel flat. You go through the motions, but the joy is gone. Like someone turned down the color in your life and forgot to turn it back up. You wonder what is wrong with you. Paramahansa Yogananda understood this emptiness. He saw it everywhere, in the rich and the poor, the successful and the struggling. And he taught that this feeling is not a disease. It is a signal, a message from your own soul that you have been looking for joy in the wrong place. Today, we will explore why nothing brings you joy anymore. Not with shallow advice, not with quick fixes, but with a deep understanding that can change how you experience life itself. Let's begin with what Yogananda taught about the nature of joy. Most people believe joy comes from outside. Get the right job, and you will be happy. Find the right partner, and you will be fulfilled. Buy the right things, achieve the right goals, reach the right status, and finally, you will feel good. This is the great lie of human existence. Yogananda said it clearly. Joy is not outside you. It is inside you. It always has been. You were born with it. As a child, you felt it naturally, without reason, without cause. Pure aliveness, pure presence, pure joy. What happened? You learned to attach your joy to conditions. First, you needed a toy to be happy. Then, you needed approval. Then, you needed success. Then, you needed more success. Each time, you handed your joy to something outside yourself and said, "Hold this for me. Give it back when I earn it." But external things cannot hold your joy. They can only borrow it temporarily. The new car feels amazing for a week. The promotion glows for a month. The relationship sparkles for a year. Then the feeling fades, and you need something else. This is not because the things are bad. It is because you are asking them to do something they cannot do. You are asking the outside world to give you what only the inside world contains. Yogananda taught that the soul is made of joy. Sat Chit Ananda, the ancient scriptures call it. Existence, consciousness, bliss. Bliss is your nature, not something you earn, something you are. But you have forgotten. You have piled so many conditions and distractions on top of your natural joy that you can no longer feel it. Like the sun behind thick clouds. The sun hasn't disappeared. You just can't see it. Now, let's look at why the joy has stopped. There are three main reasons why nothing brings you joy anymore. Understanding them is the first step to feeling alive again. The first reason is sensory exhaustion. Every pleasure you chase uses the same reward system in your brain. Food, entertainment, social media, shopping, achievement, even relationships. They all work by triggering a feeling and then letting it fade, so you seek more. The problem is that this system was designed for scarcity. Our ancestors didn't have unlimited stimulation. A sweet fruit was rare. A victory in hunting was occasional. A moment of rest was precious. Now you live in an ocean of stimulation. Endless content, infinite options, constant novelty. Your reward system is overwhelmed. It adapts by turning down the volume. What once felt exciting now feels normal. What once felt good now feels like nothing. This is not a flaw. It is protection. Your brain is trying to survive the flood by becoming numb, but numbness is not peace. It is exhaustion disguised as emptiness. Yogananda warned about this long before social media existed. He called it the trap of the senses. The more you chase sensation, the less you feel. The more you consume, the hungrier you become. It is a game you cannot win, because the very act of playing drains your capacity for joy. The second reason is disconnection from depth. Modern life keeps you on the surface. Fast information, quick interactions, shallow engagement. You skim through life without ever diving deep. But joy doesn't live on the surface. Joy lives in depth, in presence, in moments when time stops and you are fully here. When did you last sit in silence without reaching for your phone? When did you last look at the sky without taking a picture? When did you last have a conversation where you weren't half thinking about something else? Surface living creates surface feeling. If you never go deep, you never touch the place where joy lives. Yogananda taught that the soul communicates through stillness. In silence, you hear it. In presence, you feel it. But if your life is constant noise and movement, the signal cannot reach you. The joy is broadcasting, but your receiver is tuned to the wrong frequency. The third reason is soul hunger. This is the deepest reason and the one most people never discover. You are not just a body that needs food. You are not just a mind that needs stimulation. You are a soul that needs connection to something greater than yourself. Yogananda called this the hidden hunger. Every human feels it, but few recognize it. They think they want more money, more love, more success. But beneath all those wants is a single want: to feel connected, to feel that life has meaning, to feel that you belong to something infinite. When this hunger is not fed, nothing else satisfies. You can have everything the world offers and still feel empty, because the emptiness is not about what you lack outside. It is about what you have lost touch with inside. The soul is hungry for its source. Until you feed it, no amount of worldly joy will be enough. So, how do you return to joy? Yogananda did not just diagnose the problem. He offered a path back. Here is what he taught. The first step is subtraction, not addition. Most people try to fix emptiness by adding more experiences, more achievements, more distractions. But this only deepens the problem. The path back begins with removing less noise, less consumption, less rushing. Create space in your life for something other than stimulation. This feels uncomfortable at first. The mind will resist. It will tell you that you are missing out, falling behind, wasting time. Ignore it. The discomfort is withdrawal, the sign that you are breaking free from the addiction to external stimulation. Start simple. 1 hour a day without screens. 1 meal in silence. 1 walk without headphones. Let yourself feel the discomfort of emptiness without immediately filling it. In that space, something begins to return. The second step is turning inward. Joy is inside, but you have been looking outside. To find it again, you must reverse direction. Meditation is the tool Yogananda recommended above all others, not because it creates joy, but because it removes the barriers to feeling the joy that is already there. In meditation, you stop chasing, you stop consuming, you stop performing. You simply sit with yourself. And in that sitting, layer by layer, the clouds begin to part. You don't need to meditate for hours. Start with 5 minutes. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Focus on your breath or on the point between your eyebrows. When thoughts come, let them pass. Return to stillness. Do this daily, not for achievement, not for results, just as a practice of turning inward. Over time, you will begin to feel something you had forgotten, a quiet hum of aliveness beneath the noise, the first whisper of your natural joy. The third step is feeding the soul. Remember the soul hunger. It must be fed, but not with worldly food. What feeds the soul? Connection with the infinite. You can call it God, Spirit, Universe, Source, or no name at all. The label doesn't matter. The connection does. For Yogananda, this connection came through meditation, through devotion, through seeing the divine in all things. But it can also come through nature, through service, through art, through love that asks nothing in return. Find what connects you to something greater than your small self, not as an idea, but as a feeling, a sunset that stops your mind, a moment of kindness that opens your heart, a silence so deep you feel held by it. These are not escapes from life. They are doorways to the life beneath life. Feed your soul regularly, and the hunger begins to ease. And as the hunger eases, the joy returns. The fourth step is redefining joy. You have been trained to think joy is excitement, fireworks, peak experiences, highs, but that is only one kind of joy, and the most unstable kind. It depends on circumstances. It comes and goes. Yogananda spoke of a different joy, Ananda, bliss, not excitement, but peace, not fireworks, but the steady warmth of the sun, not dependent on anything but present as your own nature. This joy doesn't spike and crash. It hums beneath the surface of life, available always, missed only because you are looking for something louder. Begin to notice the quiet joy, the joy of a deep breath, the joy of a moment without wanting, the joy of simply being. It is subtle at first, easy to overlook, but as you practice, it grows, and eventually, it becomes your foundation, not a visitor, but a home. What changes when joy returns? When you stop chasing joy and start uncovering it, life transforms. You stop needing so much. The desperate seeking calms. You can enjoy things without clinging to them. You can lose things without being destroyed. You become less dependent on people, on circumstances, on success, not because you stop caring, but because your core is stable. You love more freely when you don't need others to complete you. Your presence changes. People feel it. There is something different about someone who carries joy inside. They don't drain others. They give without effort. They are at ease in a world of anxiety. And perhaps, most importantly, life becomes vivid again, not because circumstances change, but because you do. The colors return. The music returns. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. Yogananda promised this. He said that when you find the joy inside, you realize it was never gone. You were simply looking in the wrong direction, turned around, facing outward, searching the world for what was always behind your eyes, within your heart, at the center of your being. You are made of joy. The emptiness is not proof that joy is gone. It is proof that you have wandered far from home. The way back is not complicated. It is not easy, but it is simple. Stop. Turn inward. Remember who you are. The joy is waiting. If this message touched something in you, subscribe and turn on notifications. More of Yogananda's wisdom on finding peace and meaning is coming. Share this video with someone who feels empty. Sometimes the right words arrive at exactly the right moment. And leave a comment. When did you last feel true joy? Naming it is part of the return. See you in the next one.